Now as Ryan, Trenton, and Sean grab your attention towards the world of sports, food, and entertainment, and away from the things that are probably more important. We apologize for nothing and anything that may be spoken, learned, or forgotten today. This is the Real Tree Shaker Show.
Hello and welcome to the Real Tree Shaker Show. I am Ryan.
I am Trenton.
I was going to give that pause just to see if you stay
Oh,
put.
I'm going. No, I'm going. It's definitely here. I'm out. See ya.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's coming.
All right, there it is. All right. Well, I'm Sean.
You knew it was coming.
Yep. I mean, I don't know why we should just start with us, and then Trenton just jumps right back in.
I know.
There he is.
Just have him come in later.
There he is. Hi.
I'm
He's
back.
He's back.
He's back.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us on this most savoriest of editions of the RTShow.
Savoriest evening.
Before we get too far into that word, just check out the last couple of episodes where we broke down our top 5 breakfast rapid fire and Ryan's savory
word of the day.
Word of the day.
Word of the day.
Yeah, word of the day.
Yeah, I don't know. But guys, what a crazy football weekend. Ryan, we were just talking about some extracurricular activities in the stands this weekend.
Yeah, a lot of fan fights going on. Just it seems like every week there's a new fan fight, and this past week 6, there was 3. Vikings at the Bears had a fight between a bunch of Bears fans. Fighting 10 plus fans fighting in that. Dolphins at Panthers, or Dolphins, I should say. Dolphins fans were fighting, and the Cowboys at the Chargers had pretty much opposing fans fighting at that one. So it seems to be a constant every week in the NFL. So don't know why.
Nope.
But
Fan is short for fanatic. But I mean.
That's true.
I get the other opposing team fans talking trash, you know, especially if you're winning at a home place. But fans on fans, I mean, what are they arguing about? Who should we draft with the top 5 pick?
That's what I wonder. I don't know. I think it's just, a lot of attitudes have changed for people, and I don't know. I think fans are just a different. It's just a different kind of fan right now.
I think they're taking it a lot more personal than they used to.
Yeah, for sure.
And then you take a good time putting in any kind of booze in there and stuff like that, or just and then the disappointment of what's going on, especially when say you're the Cowboys and you have a lot of hype around you, and then you go say to the Chargers, who have had how many finishes like we've seen.
Every game is,
and so it's
comes
not
down to the last play.
You got 2 matches there, and it's like you're just waiting for them to strike. So Bears fans are just angry because of their season. I can get that, fighting each other.
Well, and Justin Fields got hurt.
Yeah,
and,
I'm frustrated. I can see that, but fighting each other.
Yeah.
Well, that's just nonsense.
Dolphins fans is the one I'm confused about. Shouldn't he be happy?
Yeah, what are y'all mad? What are y'all mad?
Maybe they were the ones talking all this shit, and that just
that's true too.
Maybe so. I don't know.
Or maybe
they were fighting each other. Like, what are y'all fighting each other for?
Maybe it happened when they were down 14-0. Who knows?
Who knows? Yeah, that's true. Maybe
guy was pissed off. He lost his first quarter point spread bet. I don't know.
Right.
Who knows?
Like, calm down. Well, it's okay. You're in a good spot.
Do you think they were out there fighting in like dolphin outfits? Like really slapping
jerseys. You see all of them in jerseys. Just
not the jersey, like an actual dolphin outfit. Slapping each other with fins and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Little
I mean, they should have, right?
You got ducking a little bit.
I'm trying to remember their mascot's name.
Snowflake
It should be Snowflake, right?
Well,
just curious.
With that, I don't know. I mean, those are real fans, but we did learn of a fake fan last night. What was her name?
Yes, we did. Marianne Do, if I'm not mistaken.
Marianne Do, yeah.
Dope.
Yeah.
She had us entertained.
Conspiracy theories were in.
I was cracking up, and also thinking how crazy she was or is.
Right.
And it was a pretty big disappointment to watch her on McAfee and then all of a sudden see the actual report. So, but nonetheless, it was still entertaining. So, hats off to you.
Who knows? Maybe
Marianne.
I mean, like you said, who knows? If it's on the internet, it's not always true. So
yeah, I mean,
What?
come on, yes.
you never know. I mean, she could have. He
That's
did
real?
mention she
what do you
moved.
mean?
I know, right? Well, he did mention she moved to LA. I think someone had mentioned that.
Okay.
So, I didn't see the whole interview on McAfee, but
She could maybe
you wonder,
like her
you know.
favorite teams based on her favorite player. I think
True.
she had a Herbert jersey on.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, what's not to
she
like
did
about him?
both days.
Not
He's
too
dreamy.
sure.
So, yeah, maybe she just has a crush on Herbert. Who knows, right?
Well,
I would.
well, Dave Matthews and crush into me. Anyways, all right. So with that, guys, we know it's just around the corner.
Nice.
Spooky season.
So with that, we're going to give you our next top 5. Our top 5
Yes.
Halloween favorites. Now, we just said,
Yes.
I have to admit, I'm not the biggest fan of Halloween, especially since my kids are old enough to where they don't go trick-or-treating. So I don't get to play the role of good dad and check all the candy to make sure there's nothing in there. So, but with that...
And keep half of it for yourself.
Well, yeah. I mean, tell them, like, oh, I remember you didn't like that last year, you know, and I tried buying it again, and it just didn't work. I mean, you hate Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. I mean, no, it's not allowed. It's just not allowed.
Exactly.
So I went a little more, you know, Halloween, fall kind of thing, but it's still, I think we'll make the list. So with that,
Yes.
who wants to go first?
Well, I think Trenton should. You know, it's his list idea here. So
Well,
I'm curious to see what he has.
It is that time of season, so you know it's always fun to talk about. But I technically don't really have a list. I think it's just an open discussion of what you know we enjoy. You know, and you know, first of all, we'll start with cold front / nice weather.
Yeah.
Because living here in Texas,
weather.
like, thank you, I appreciate that so much. It's you know we went through the summer. I mean, Sean, you experienced some of it too, but like that was brutal. And now that we're actually having some,
not like us.
yeah.
I just had the humidity. I had the ability
he wasn't hitting 110.
I could have sweat beating on my head just as I take my first step out the front door at 6 o'clock in the morning. But
I don't no thank you on that. But that 100-degree weather, man, bye. I'm glad it's gone, and glad some cooler weather's here. And you know, you can feel a little bit of the fall in the air, especially right now. It's pretty damn nice outside. So
yeah,
I'll take it.
Yeah,
but you know, cold front, nice weather, and then you go into the festivals. Like, you know, my personal self got to move 13 cases of pumpkins at work. You know, had some help and stuff, so I'm a little pumpkined out on that. But I enjoy the atmosphere. You know, the pumpkin patches, the festivals. You know, just nice weather, fresh air, just kind of roaming around, doing whatever. But they're fun times. I mean, it brings back memories of being a kid and stuff like that too, where you're just kind of like, I'm up to no good for the next 25 minutes. You know, it's like, so mom's not watching. Let's go.
Right.
But I mean, it's just a fun time, and then you know, getting to play all the little games and stuff that are kind of there back when you were young. Probably even honestly, I'd do them now. I don't know which ones, but I chuck a
cakewalk, son. Come on,
cakewalk for sure. Yeah, totally forgot. Yeah. I chuck a bean
slingshot.
Oh yeah, I'm down with that too.
That's so much fun.
Ring toss. I'm gonna win me some 2-liter sodas, man. Come on.
Yeah, I'll chuck a beanbag at anything. You know, let's go. Like, let's.
Right.
But then I'd say you know, number 3 if we're doing the list here, it's got to be, I'd say, haunted houses, or any kind of atmosphere like that's always fun. You know, getting to stroll through, or doesn't have to be anything crazy, but just, you know, it's kind of enough to go in, you know, stores and spooked out little things, getting to check out all of the different gadgets and whatever it may be and things like that. So, then of course dressing up, get to dress up and do whatever you kind of want to do for the year. Be a theme. I know one year I dressed up with my roommates to be a flock of sheep.
Wow.
Yeah,
There you
and
go.
of course I was the black sheep, and I have never in my life, or ever probably will again, have that much attention on an entire group of us. I mean, we went downtown. It was just everyone wanted pictures. Everyone's pulling all the cotton off of us and stuff. We're just leaving a trail. But
These homemade costumes.
yeah. We took sweats and adhesive, and then glued all these cotton balls to us. I mean, I don't know how many packages, and then we spray painted me. So
that's awesome.
It was fun. But again, you get to dress up and have fun, with whatever you want to do. Even if you're being clever, like I usually am, and just do some kind of simple outfit, some little black-eyed pea, for instance, or something like that. Put a pea on your shirt and blacken your eye. Peace out.
That's funny.
Shout out to Shannon on that. That's his idea from back in the day. But and then of course, hey, let's go. Number one, it's all about the candy. All about the candy. So
yeah.
And of course, like if you get
good candy,
not that bull.
I don't want no dum dums.
I don't want no dum dums. I don't want that bull junk.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. None of that.
Give me the goods. Give me the goods. But again, it's also corn. I just can't do it. I used to, but I used to eat it a lot when I was a kid. But nah, it's just a straight sugar thing or whatever it is. But it's just a fun time. I mean, like when my nieces were younger, it was fun to kind of hear them rolling around and stuff like that. I think I went a couple times with them and stuff, but it's just neat. And of course, as a grown adult here, I'll take some for sure. So
sure.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Well, Trenton has got us in the festive mode.
Festy. Surprised we didn't get any screams in there.
Well, I will say a lot of my stuff is very similar, so I'll kind of elaborate a little bit on what he talked about. Costumes for sure. I definitely love those. Just coming up with something, like this year, for instance, I'm going as Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, and I'm kidding.
You got to shave that beard though. You just have the stash.
I know. No, he does. He has. Well, he's grown his beard back. Thank God. Okay. So he's done that at least. But yeah, just seeing what everyone comes up with is always really cool.
You should actually be Taylor Swift though.
Well, I've done if y'all remember, I don't know if y'all remember a show called John and Kate plus 8.
I've seen I've never watched it.
Where she had 8 kids. Whatever. It was one of those TLC shows. Well, I did Kate one year, and that's when all these little kids were babies, and I glued 8 baby dolls to my costume. And she was like one of those women with like short spiky hair and like had the power suit on all the time, like one of those broads, and that's what I did. I went as Kate plus 8. So
that's pretty cool.
Original.
But I don't know if I don't think I can pull off Taylor Swift, but yeah, I do love to see all the stuff out there. It's always cool.
It really is. People come up with some great ideas, clever ones. And they take some time to make them and stuff like that, which is like all credit and respect to them for that.
Oh yeah, they spend hundreds of dollars.
I love the Halloween time. I just like I like the little, I don't know what it is, just the change of season and the scenery, the light. I don't know, but I also enjoy just seeing other costumes and things for a little bit. I just wish I had more motivation to build my own or make my own sometimes. So.
Oh yeah. The other thing I would say was, I know you kind of touched on it, the carnival games. I'll always know them as carnivals just because that's what they always called them when I was growing up. Not really fall festivals. That became the PC because they don't want to say Halloween. So, but sorry, I still say Merry Christmas. I don't say Happy Holidays. So I'm about Merry Christmas, Happy Halloween. So
geez.
I don't need to do all the PC stuff, man. that's the holiday. It says it on the damn calendar. So
it's just
that's
too
what I'm
much
gonna
to have
say.
to
You know?
think like, what's the right thing to say, and the person's already passed you. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
So
I
I'm
didn't
like,
want to
okay,
tell
but
you anyways.
but yeah,
I do.
I love all the carnival games. You know, like I talked about cakewalk, ring toss, all that stuff's cool. You know, it's always fun to play it. I miss my kids being little and wanting to play all those, and now they're like, Dad, it's too cool for school. Or a lot of times all they do are trunk or treats, which I know I kind of touched on that last time.
Oh yeah,
just
yeah.
where basically cars park in a circle and have their trunks, you know, open, and they just hand out candy, and that's it.
That's pretty
You
sweet.
walk around in a circle, get candy, and go. There you go.
It's pretty neat. It's pretty
And
neat
that's
actually seeing those things. I didn't know about them until you had mentioned them. So it's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
I mean, they're cool to get candy at. It's just, where are the games, you know? No
I
games.
agree with you on that though. Like again, the candy's is one of the best things about it. But yeah, just where the game's at, you know. We're all still kids. Dang it.
Yeah, I missed it. But
I'm sorry.
the other thing I would say,
Darn it.
scary movies. I definitely like to be scared. I like the movies. I like The Exorcist. I like Halloween. I like Friday the 13th. I like, you know, Nightmare on Elm Street. I like all those. I like to watch them. I like, you turn it on any channel, you see them just about on during the whole month. And, you know, I love that. I can watch, you know, something scary any day of the week.
Yeah,
so
I do agree with you on that. Something I definitely probably should have said, at least mentioned as well. But yeah,
definitely like those for
Beetlejuice,
sure.
and just yeah.
Oh yeah, Beetlejuice.
All the fun, all just the fun ones. Yeah.
Yeah. Haunted houses too. Love those. Man, we get some scary ones, and some of them are kind of expensive. They're like $20 to do it, but I've been to a couple of those, and I mean they're intense, man. You know, they're mazes, and you're in there for almost an hour, and it's, I mean, intense. You know, scare. It's not like, you know, some, you know, little scary clown or something. I mean, it's like intense jump scares, you know, and that's what they try to do. And I think this year I might take my kids. I don't know yet. I mean, it's pretty intense even for them. So we'll see.
They can be. They can. I haven't been to one.
Yeah, there's quite a few of those coming up starting this weekend. So
yeah, I haven't been to one in a little while, but I definitely know they are pretty intense.
Yeah,
sometimes.
For sure.
But no,
and then
fun.
Like you said, yeah, candy, man. I mean, it's all about the candy.
Candy.
Come on, the good stuff, man. I mean,
give me the
we've
good
done
stuff.
a top 5 candy, and you know, that's probably where we get our influence from. A lot of that is Halloween.
Big staple on this show. Yes.
I mean, yeah, it's where, you know, we get a lot of that from, and man, the good stuff. Yeah, the crackle. I don't know if y'all like crackle.
I was going to say,
I love getting crackle.
It's things
like that underrated candy.
The
pops
underrated
in there, you know,
candy.
Like, damn, this is good.
Pops
Mr.
up.
Goodbar. I don't mind getting one of those.
Oh yeah, you get
know.
that. You get what's the Hershey miniatures. It's got crackle, Mr.
Yeah.
Goodbar, Hershey.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
Solid
good stuff,
man.
So I love that. I'm sad my kids are getting older and they're doing less of it. So we used to clean up at trunk or treats and the carnivals and all that, man. And now it's like, they're getting a little too cool for school. So I don't know, but
yeah,
hopefully we get to go to a few. They're 11 and 9, but they're about to be 12 and 10. So
yeah,
still a little bit, you know.
I feel like I'm trying to think. Yeah, I was about the age where, yeah, I mean, we'd go, I think, to a few places. Maybe like we knew, like, oh, they got the big Reese's over here. You know, like let's sneak over there. But like we don't want that. We don't want that miniature stuff, you know. But like,
you used to tell like you would hear the kids be like, "Go to this house. That's where they got the big candy bars."
Oh yeah,
you know?
You go to Bentwood and all the rich. You know, you're getting like the whole candy bars.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like Southland area, that's where we used to trick or treat. There's like a couple streets around there you go, and you're literally, they go to Sam's and buy the big packs of candy bars, and that's what they hand out to every trick or treater.
That's sweet.
You know. So I remember like one year we got like, I don't know, each of my kids probably had like 30 whole candy bars. Like 30 each. Like whole ones.
That's a lucky guy.
Yeah.
So you could steal 5 at a time and they wouldn't even notice.
Yeah, I was like,
see, I remember
half of these are mine. So.
I lived over there and grew up in that area, but like there was only like a couple of houses where it was like they were like, I was like, you were just like, okay, go here.
Yeah.
But I mean, nonetheless, though, it was still a blast, man.
Sure.
Definitely miss a lot of it. But glad it's here, though. It just goes by so quick.
Yeah. Sean, how about you? What you got to add to it?
Schwarber.
Hit another home run.
Boo.
Sean likes pumpkin spice.
Surprised you bring that up. Put a little
Hell no.
Put a little pumpkin spice up in my Raisin Bran.
No, I'm with you guys on the climate change. It's just nice and soothing. At nighttime, it's great to sit out on the back patio, have a nice drink, put some tunes on, and maybe you got the grill fired up. Maybe I don't know. I love the neighborhoods, like you guys say, especially if you find like a cul-de-sac where like all the houses are participating, and it's just like one cool ass house after another. But at 5, I like playing golf in the fall, a lot more. Because it's cheaper. It's cheaper, and you're not having to wring your shirt out 3 times per 18
holes. Why is it
holes.
cheaper?
Just less people. Less people, less light. If you get an early tee time.
So you mean the courses don't charge as much during the fall?
And just less traffic. I guess the cold air hurts the older people's bones, so they don't come out till mid-afternoon instead of hogging the first tee times.
There you
go. Another one, chili and cornbread is a fall classic. Soup. Homemade soup. You get some requests during the summer or spring for chili. And it's like, not allowed to do it. Not till the fall. Another thing I like is all the major sports meshing.
Yes, that's
starting to mesh. Of course, baseball's not going as we're talking. Didn't go our way, but football is starting to heat up. College football's been really good.
Sure.
Really
NBA is starting up. College basketball, but at least there's something on like every day.
Hockey.
Didn't you do a parlay with hockey?
I watched a little bit of hockey the other day, honestly. I watched like 2 periods. And
it's a little hard to watch on TV. I'll check it out every once in a while.
Playoff hockey I'm all about. But if there's a good little thing going on, there's nothing else like on, I'll check it out for a little bit.
Sure.
I'm not gonna hate on it. It's just we're not from that region, so I'm not gonna hate on it. If I was probably lived up north and stuff, I would follow it a lot more and be way more into it. So I like the physicality of it. So,
what do you got, Sean? Who's the closest team to you? The Carolina Hurricanes?
Hurricanes, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
All right, and the Washington Capitals.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Caps.
Yeah, the Caps.
I mean, I got a ton.
Ovechkin.
I got like the whole Atlantic Division in my backyard.
Yeah, right.
So, and how did I know that? I don't even.
I know.
But,
props to you. I was like, damn, good job.
Yeah, but let's go Rangers, New York. My dad's a huge, and my uncles are huge fans of the Rangers. So when they're in the playoffs, if they're in the playoffs, I'll pay attention to them then. My second favorite thing about fall is anything that isn't pumpkin spice. Okay? Because the pumpkin spice stuff is just ridiculous. I saw pumpkin spice peanuts. It's like, pumpkin spice covered almonds. Like, I mean, what are you guys doing? Just throwing darts at an almanac and, or blindly typing Wikipedia? Ooh, let's make pumpkin spice out of that.
Mm-hmm.
But
sad.
But my number one overall favorite thing to do in the fall season / Halloween favorites is fry a turkey for Thanksgiving.
Oh, well, nice call on that. I didn't know we were going to skip a month, you know what I mean? But, okay.
No, I said fall. I said fall.
His was fall. Ours were more October, but it's okay.
Fair. I'm not really into the scary movies. I'm not scared. It's just that, I don't know. The older ones are way better. The older ones are way better.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a.
I watch the classics too, man. I mean, I watch the old ones.
Yeah, I
the
mean,
old Halloween, the old Exorcist.
Well, I mean, a lot of them now are just basically like remakes, or they're all kind of like the similar theme, or they're like that Geico commercial where the dumb blonde is like, "Oh, let's run over here," you know. And
you want to watch a movie that'll scare you that's somewhat new? Watch Sinister.
Sinister?
I don't know. I don't think it's on any streaming. I don't know if it is. It might be, but if you find it, check it out. Sinister.
Yeah, I've seen it.
It's got Ethan Hawke. It's not really. It's not really like a scary movie per se, but it's more or less. It'll scare you.
I like the mind. I like the mind ones.
It's in the last 10 years, I think. So, but
yeah, I've seen it. I think I was working at Alamo when we carried it when it came out.
Yeah, check it out. It's one of those for sure. So,
and that concludes the top 5.
But I am scared to fry a turkey, so you'll have to show us, Sean. We'll have to do like a live video podcast when you're frying a turkey.
You've never fried one before,
so we can see it. Never fried one. All I see are the people that it overflows or burns the shit out of them. That's all I ever see.
Yeah, exactly.
No, man, you have to slowly. You have to. I mean, literally, like you have to pat it dry, and I let mine like run in the sink, standing up for a few minutes. But you dip, pull up a little bit, dip, pull up. And it's a slow process, and I just love it because.
It's fantastic.
It's just standing around, and because
I have eaten it before, I've just never done one. I've always been kind of
standing around and getting the aromas, and it's just like it's so nice, and it's so cold, and that's your heat source, and to have a good beer with it, and
you say cold, man. I remember frying a couple or helping fry with my ex brother-in-law, whatever. It was like 85 degrees out. So.
I mean, you could do it any time, but at that point of the year,
it's
and
fantastic.
it's
a fantastic.
I say we make that an RTS extra video bonus.
We can do that.
With Sean frying a turkey.
Here we go. Yeah. I like to inject mine
that would be
a couple
awesome.
days ahead and let it just marinate, and it's so much faster, and it keeps the oven free. It's 3 to 4 minutes per pound, so in less than an hour, it's done, and it's crispy skin and juicy.
It's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it's my favorite. All right. So I'm making a note for frying the turkey.
Yes.
So we'll have to do that in like super speed because that's a long. But I always
for sure.
One thing sometimes I forget, like my fryer has a timer, which I think most of them do. And let that shit just burn out. Then I hear it ding. And I have to refire everything, and that's when then I'm kind of like, we'll see what happens. So with that, guys, week 6 in the NFL wrapped up last night with the Cowboys bouncing back, or just another typical Chargers game.
Typical Chargers game, in my opinion. Cowboys did play.
Cowboys defense did step up a little bit.
Offense too.
Towards the end there.
Yeah.
Offense stepped up when it needed to be.
Yeah, could have been Dak's, best performance of the year, I think.
It was.
Moving him outside the pocket was pretty smart.
Turn the ball over.
Pretty smart. So with that, San Francisco, Cleveland, I think was maybe the biggest shock, or Jets, Philly.
I say
PJ Walker beating San Francisco.
Yeah, that's the only Zach Wilson beating the Eagles.
But I think you.
Oh no!
You had when you have the Browns have a pretty solid defense. I don't know if the Niners have faced a defense that's that solid yet, and they were on the road, and you have the Cleveland weather. So, I mean, they had a chance to win the game, but they just missed the field goal. So, yeah, it was kind of shocking to see. I mean, you can't allow, especially with a backup quarterback in, you can't really allow on that. But
yeah, I think I had like 2010 was my score prediction in that game.
Wasn't much, right, or something.
It ended up, the Niners. It ended up being 17 or 20-17, right?
Something like that.
What I believe. So I just had the wrong team getting 20 points, but I will say
1917.
Okay, I will say one thing about those are probably the two best. I think the Browns and Jets probably their defenses are probably the two best in the NFL. I think top to bottom, all areas of the defense I think are probably the best.
Well, both starting corners for the Jets were out too, and they
still stepped
more
up
impressive
too. So,
too.
yeah.
So. And Jalen Hurts, I mean, he's thrown 7 picks this year, so
more than last year.
It's not like he hasn't turned the ball over.
It's more than last year.
He's turned the ball over, yeah. So,
and Philly scored on the opening drive, and then only got
they looked like they were gonna run through them,
ugly,
and then it stopped.
And then 7 points the rest of the way.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what I was saying. Philly hasn't looked all that great this year. I mean, they're a solid team, but who in the NFC is really much better or besides the Niners? Like, it's like, are the Cowboys
the Niners and Eagles now?
Is it there's the Manders? There's a lot of question right now across the board in the NFC. So
did you just throw the Eagles, Niners, and Manders as the best NFC teams?
Well, I said as a far.
Hey, at least my team's in first place. Come on, buddy.
True.
Even after a loss.
All right. Well, either way, take that.
Well, we're not going to talk about my team where each half ended with us at the 1 yard line and we got no points. Okay, so maybe the Manders are the third best team, but we get to play each other this week.
There you go. Battle for third.
Cool. Wasn't even trying to talk about our teams. I was just trying to make a point, but yeah. down the path we go. So cool.
All right.
That's hilarious. But a quick note I saw on Cleveland's defense so far, they've given up the fewest yards per game since 1971.
Yeah.
So this team, that defense is on fire.
Yeah.
It is on fire.
And what's his name? The coordinator for the Browns. What's his name?
Jim
Schwartz.
Yeah, he's like 6-1 against the Niners or something in his career.
No, it's I think it's like
I don't think he's
9-1 against Shanahan.
9-1
against Shanahan.
9-1 against Shanahan.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
There you go.
Okay.
Crazy.
So were either one of you up for the London game?
I caught the end of it. Well, I want to say maybe a little before halftime and then all second half.
Same. I was more following it than I was anything else though. But I was. I mean, seemed like again they weren't really ready to. I don't know. The Ravens didn't seem like they were necessarily ready to play. I'm sure it's part of the traveling and all that, but
I don't know. That's how they've been all year, man. 6 field goals from Justin Tucker. I mean, I know he's awesome and future Hall of Fame and from your backyard there, T. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like Lamar's stats are good, but it's just like, where's the touchdowns? Where's the touchdown? If it's not a scramble, and Zay Flowers just got his first, but I don't know. Baltimore's defense is really good, so they've kept them in a lot of games. But Ravens have pretty much struggled with everybody that they've played this year, and I know that running backs is always by committee, and so is the wide receivers. But where is Mark Andrews in his bust-out game this year? I
mean, OBJ OBJ as well. Like hurt again, or just kind of So I don't know. A lot of hype around them to start the season. I think we're kind of seeing exactly what they are, and we'll just have to just wait and see how it all plays out.
Well, they better figure it out, as the Lions are going to be coming into Baltimore this weekend.
Yeah,
can't wait for that
looking
game.
Forward to that game.
Yeah, it should be fun.
That should be your Monday night game.
What, the Wolf?
No, yeah.
The lone wolf?
I was raised by a wolf. Oh, sorry.
Right.
So interrupters. But, well, you don't like... Oh, I hate to be Minnesota on come Monday night.
I'm not being
coming
mean
in.
to your Giants, dude, but they've had too many primetime games. The Giants, please no more. Come on. We've suffered enough. Come on.
That
Like I'm like,
how do we not
I'm not being
win
mean,
that?
dude.
No,
I'm just like,
I'm sitting here.
I'm just
Listen,
like,
I'm living through the reality. Just like this can't. This is like, are we in the Ben McAdoo era again? Pat Shermer.
yeah,
I mean, come on. It was just like you held Josh Allen to 169 yards passing. 100 of it went to Diggs. There was
yeah,
no running game. Defense finally showed up,
and he still lost.
and we still lost. And it's
Well,
just like,
it came down to a couple plays there. I mean, Tyrod Taylor, audibling at the
stupid
the
audible.
one.
What are you doing?
Like, you gotta know
I
better
will
than
say,
that.
besides those mistakes, I thought he got rid of the ball a lot better than Daniel Jones.
I thought he played well to win the game. I thought he did. Outside
he
of those
threw the ball
mistakes.
down the field. Waller
Yeah,
probably most involved. Saquon ankle looks great. He got hot later on in the game, but it's just like, I don't know, with Buffalo, they should have blown our doors. That should have been like a 38-10 game. Easily,
Yeah.
Makes you
but
think that
was a lot of the consensus.
I mean, they're like the Ravens. It's just like you've got the superstar quarterback, but if they're not on point, it's like the whole team struggles.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, and that's not good. So I don't think it's sustainable. Maybe get you into the playoffs, but come the playoffs, things get tougher. And
yeah.
But,
they got some work to do.
They
definitely got some work to do.
They do.
If they're trying to be elite, they got some work to do. So we'll see.
Yep. So that leaves us no undefeated teams left.
No mas.
Week 6 of rapid fire concluded.
The Dolphins cracked their glasses.
Oh, how good are they, man?
Who?
The Dolphins.
Oh, yeah,
the 72 Dolphins.
They're fun.
Oh, yeah. I gotcha.
I was saying those guys always.
Yeah.
I mean, post that picture.
I don't want
celebrating.
I wouldn't want to go undefeated, honestly.
I agree with Kyle Brand. It's kind of getting old, and like, who gives a shit anymore?
I know.
It's over 50 years, right? Yeah, 51 years.
It's cool. It's like sweet. There's been an undefeated team. Like, well, we'll see who the next one is, and we'll see it. Cool. It's going to happen eventually, but props to the Dolphins. I don't care. I just don't care.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, the real Dolphins this year going to Miami or to Philly. It's going to be awesome.
At least that's a primetime game.
Well, right now Miami's at 37 points a game, which is third all time in NFL history.
Yeah,
and they're averaging the most yards per play in league history.
Yeah,
guys,
awesome.
Rapid fire week 6 wrapped up. Trenton and Ryan killed at 11-4. I at 9-6, so we all were above 500. So it was a good week.
Good.
Overall standings, Ryan has now reached the 60 win mark. 60-33. Trenton's at 42-36, and I'm at 53-40. So
I got some work to do.
Yep, Ryan is starting to pull away. We all missed on Eagles and Niners, which is kind of the shock. But did you know 12 games are at the under last week?
Yep.
What did I tell you was the lowest scoring week in how long?
2008.
2008. Lowest scoring week in the NFL in 15 years. So,
I mean, it's fine. It's good games. I mean, you're saying that Cleveland and Niners was a bad game because,
great game. But they want the offenses to be better. That's what they think people want. So,
well, no. What were the stats that I sent you guys the other night that I pulled up? Hold on. With here we go. Yeah, scoring summer overall is down 0.02 points from last year. So it's still right around the same spot. Plus, you got to probably look at the quarterback play and how many have been in and out. But it is a big drop from 2 years ago where it was 23 points. But I thought they changed all these rules to make this more offensive league.
I agree.
Well, some teams just aren't playing as well as we thought, man, and that's just part of how it all plays out, I think. And
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
we'll see. We're 6 games in. We got a lot of ways to go. Weather's going to start changing too, so we'll see. I'm not going to get on that bandwagon and complain about it. I'm just going to enjoy the sports what it is, and
Absolutely.
hopefully we get a lot more of the.
I'm sad it's already week 7. It's going by too quick.
Too quick, yeah. But let's see if we get some more. See if we get some more action and stuff. Obviously for the fantasy football and all that stuff too. But I'm not gonna get on here and start complaining about anything, man. I think it's just absolutely dumb that they do. So yeah, fun times. It's football. We gotta enjoy ourselves.
Yep.
Yeah.
Joel Watts here.
But with that, guys, these offense coordinators, get your ass outside and start sticking.
There you go.
Get the motion.
The trees.
Use some motion. Change your formation. Don't run 12 dive every play. All right?
All right.
No more Lee Junior High playbook calling.
Those millionaires need to get creative.
Yeah, for sure.
Do something.
I mean, that's why I like Miami. It's just so fun to watch, man. It's like it's like the spread for, offense.
Reminds me of college.
Yep. The run and shoot. The old Houston Oilers, with Warren Moon. Too. So, all right, guys. Well, with that, shall we jump into rapid fire for week 7?
Let's do it.
All right. So, no international games this week, so probably a good thing.
Are they done with
the
those?
next one's Germany.
The next week, Frankfurt, Germany.
Is next week, you said?
Yeah.
Week 8.
Week 8,
yeah. Not this week, but week 8. So
yeah, that's fine.
2 of them, back to back. Week 8, week 9.
Yep. So with that, the Thursday night football, 4-2 Jags are visiting the Saints, who sit at 3-3. The Saints are favored by 3.
Who we going with? Am I starting?
Who cares?
Go for it.
Let's roll.
Hey guys, I don't care. Man, I think it's a tough one. I think one is it's gonna matter if Lawrence is gonna play. I think
or Derek Carr.
Do what?
Or Derek Carr.
I guess is he questionable too? I thought he played last week.
He did. He got hurt too.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
He kind of just bruised his shoulder. He'll probably play, but he's hurt. He's questionable.
No.
Yeah, I was saying the same thing.
Kamara, get ready for 15 catches for 26 yards.
They have the better backup in Jameis, so
I'll take that all day. But I think the Jags have found something. I think they're the better overall team right now, even though the Saints have a good defense and they're really tough to beat at home. So I think it's gonna be a close one. I think the Jags sneak it out, 21. I want to say 21-17.
Man, this is a tough one. One of the many tough ones this week to pick. I do worry about Lawrence playing. I hope he does for my fantasy team's sake. But man,
so.
I'm going with the Saints, man. I think they're gonna have a bounce back game. I think they're a tough team to beat prime time in the Superdome. Hard team to beat. It'll be a good defensive game. I like the Saints. Real close to what Trent said, 2017, but for the Saints.
I like the Jags. I'm with you guys both. I think it's going to be a really good game. Saints kind of got exposed by the Texans last week, but that's a good team that they played last week. Yeah, I mean, the Superdome will be, right? The Superdome? Mercedes?
Yeah. Superdome.
Superdome will be
Mercedes,
jumping.
Superdome.
But yeah, I think Jacksonville's just got to kind of click more on offense. I think Calvin Ridley, let's go. More than just third downs,
Yeah.
But Evan Ingram having a great year. ETN tearing it up. But yeah, I like the Jags 27-20.
Nice.
All right. Then we got the Raiders
to catch up.
3-3 traveling to Chicago to take on the 1-5 Bears. Raiders by 3.
Hmm.
Who you get?
I feel like
T.
I'm with Justin Fields not playing. I have to take the Raiders. Like, I think DJ Moore can still produce with a backup quarterback based on screenplays and his speed and things like that. Because the Raiders defense is starting. The front's playing pretty well with Crosby and things like that. Is that right, Max Crosby? Yeah. But I feel like DJ can get loose in the secondary for the Raiders. If Garoppolo doesn't play, I still think with Jacobs and the overall, I think the Raiders can still win that game. So I don't know. Being in Chicago, based on the quarterbacks being hurt, I'm saying 17-13 Raiders.
Man, another one I struggled with mightily.
Yes.
It's tough.
Man, I know the Raiders are on a high right now. Crosby's playing great. I wonder if Garoppolo is going to play or not.
Yeah, tough call on that too.
That's the thing I wonder about too, man. And I know the Bears. I know they signed a free agent. I was trying to look up who they signed. I know they signed someone, but if they roll, or no, it's their third stringer they may roll with instead of Peterman. Great, instead of Badgett. But
interception.
Man, I don't know. Something just tells me Bears. It's going to be the Roschon show. Watch out for Roschon Johnson. He's coming back in this game, and I just feel, man, they're going to inch one out. Man, I'm going like 12-9 or something like that. Like 12-9 or 12-10.
Nope, I wrote
it's going to be
12-9.
like that kind of score. Yeah, 12-9.
12-9
Go with
it is.
12-9. 12-9. And I don't know, man. I just feel like the Bears find a way somehow. Because when the Raiders are up, you know they're going down. So
bring on the boot.
Yeah, I struggled with this one too. Not because I was completely intrigued by it, but
yeah,
I don't know. I
don't know who people out there would be.
I just think Max Crosby will just wreak havoc and make a play, and I just feel like Josh Jacobs finally busts out. I think they feed him 30 times, and he just gets back to old Jacobs from last year. So I have the Raiders winning at 19-12.
Yeah.
All right, the Browns, off their big win over the Niners at home, are traveling to Indy to take on the 3-3 Colts. Browns, only 2.5-point favorites on the road.
Man, give me the Browns all day on this one. Like them here a lot, man. I think they won't have to pass a lot. They'll be able to run. I get it. Minshew's giving them a glimmer of hope, but Rich probably being out for the year. Now they're saying probably gonna have the surgery, be out for the year. I do think the Colts keep it competitive. But man, the Browns are on that high. Their defense is playing outstanding. I'm gonna go with the Browns. 24-20. They'll be competitive, but 24-20 Browns over Colts.
Is Watson going to play?
Probably. It's trending towards that way.
I'm going with the Colts. I think, I don't know why. I mean, if Watson's not going to play or whichever, and if he does, like, are they going to be in sync and rhythm with him and stuff like that? So we give the edge to the Colts in this one. And Minshew, I think Minshew's going to step up and do what he likes to do, and that's pull the upset. And so I'm thinking, goodness, man, give me 2017 to the Colts. Browns defense is tough, but something tells me they're going to give up a few points on this one. So.
Yeah, I don't believe in SwiftieMania, but I think JT has his best game of the year.
I do too. That's what I was going to say too. I'm scared of that for sure.
And Moss has been fantastic. So you can have a nice little running duo, but I think Deshaun comes back, adds a little spark to the offense. Although PJ Walker, not bad for not having played in forever, but Browns 23-13. All right, now let's go to this annihilation. Bills at 4-2, traveling to Foxborough, and the 1-5 Pats. I'm not even going to say Patriots because they're not even Patriots. They're just Pats. Bills minus 8.5. I thought this line would be a little higher.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know how this game's going to go. I don't think they cover. I think they win the game, but I don't think they cover though. They haven't impressed me so far. I mean, they beat the Dolphins. Yes, that was impressive, but I don't know. As the overall, plus you're playing in New England, and it's always a tougher place to play, no matter how bad they are. But I don't know. 17-10 Bills. They don't cover.
I like the Bills big in this game. The Raiders just beat the Patriots in New England. The Raiders. The Bills are going to get their shit straight. They're going to win 31-13 over the Patriots. They're going to smoke their ass. Josh Allen throws for 3 touchdowns.
I agree. It is a ass whooping in Foxborough.
Yep.
35-10 Bills. Josh Allen cannot be stopped by Bill Belichick. He has owned the Patriots in Buffalo or Foxborough. So I think this is ugly. And plus, you're going against Mac Jones. So, he's going to make a dumbass decision and have a couple short fields.
He'll get benched again.
Yeah. Well, don't get me wrong. It's going to be. I don't know. I don't trust the Patriots at all. But at the same time, the Bills have done nothing at all to go out there and I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how much they actually. If it's not Josh Allen and Diggs, then who else is doing anything on offense for him? So I don't know. Prove it to me first, Bills.
That's right. And then the game of the week, the Manders at 3-3 traveling to MetLife Stadium to take on the Giants at 1-5. Manders only a 1.5 favorite. Daniel Jones supposed to be back.
Ooh.
How much will that change anything, if at all?
Real simple. I think Giants always play Manders really tough, no matter what. I mean, I'm going to take the Manders based on what the Giants have done so far that we've seen, but don't get shocked if the Giants beat them. So we've all seen it.
It's a coin flip.
Yeah. But Manders win. I think Manders go in there in 27-13. But again, don't be surprised at all if the G-men go in there and win that game. So, especially how they played last week. Now Jones is coming back, Barkley. So,
is Daniel Jones going to be back?
We'll see.
I don't know.
We'll see.
I like the Giants. I like the Giants in this game. Like I said, T, I think it'll be close. 3-2. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I actually wrote that down myself.
No, I'm kidding. They'll score a touchdown, 7-6. No, but really,
I mean, our offense isn't the bad one, so I don't know what the world you're getting at.
And then I changed it. I wrote down 3-2. I swear.
There you go. No, I do like the Giants. I think like T, divisional game, always tough. They play each other really well. They always step up. I actually like the Giants. I'm going to go 27-24 Giants over the Manders.
Yes. Well, I will go with
It'll be a good game.
They're always good games between the two. And it's the only team that Daniel Jones can beat in the division. So hopefully that gives him a little juice. And Saquon's had really good games against the Washington defense in the past.
He has.
So I'm going to go with a barn burner, since Ryan took my 3-2. But I'm going to go 18-15. Giants win.
I'm just confused why you guys think the Manders offense is bad and can't score points.
I had him scoring 24 points. I said Giants 27-24. The
3-2 thing is kind of just funny to me. So
no, it was just a joke.
Oh, I thought that we were talking about the turnover battle. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Or sacks allowed. Yeah. Okay.
Good chance that's
All right, guys. Falcons at 3-3. Going to Tampa Bay at 3-2, coming off their bye. Bucks minus 2.5 point favorites.
No more creamsicle orange. So we're gonna go back old school now. No, just kidding. We're gonna go new school, I guess. But man, I don't know. I feel like the Bucks are gonna have a bounce back game here. I know. Falcons, same thing, division game. They always play the Bucks really well. But I just like the Bucks in a close one here. I like Baker coming back. I like Rashad White a lot in this one. Getting something done actually for a change. Watch out, Fournette's heading back there, I'm betting. So I like the Bucks. I'm gonna go 23-20 Bucks over the Falcons.
Yeah, I think the Bucks do have a bounce back week. I think Evans gets more involved. Baker kind of has one of his typical games, and Falcons are tough though on that D. They're not bad. They're finding some rhythm on offense. I just don't know if they're finding consistency as far as the overall plan. So, but yeah, I like the Bucks in this one as well. I'm gonna say 27-24 Bucks.
All right. We're all pretty close on that. I like the Bucks too. I just don't trust Desmond Ritter, and every time he throws the ball, you just watch Arthur Smith, and they were terrible picks last week. Terrible picks last week. But yeah, I think the Bucks offense gets rolling, and I like Bucks 27-14. And now we have, I think, the second best game of the week. Lions at 5-1, traveling to Baltimore to take on the 4-2 Ravens. But the Ravens are 3-point favorites at home.
Interesting.
Yeah, I like the Lions in this one. Lions have a pretty decent defense as well. The Ravens have not shown their explosive offense that they've been hyped up to have, and the Lions are showing, even losing with their injuries and stuff like that, they're still pulling out games and they're playing pretty well. And hats off to Goff and company for that. So, I think the Lions go in there and win, and I think, I'll give it a 28-17 game. Lions pull it off.
Man, I struggled so much with this one. I want to pick the Ravens. I do, like, so bad. Like, I want to pick them. But, man, I just cannot go against the Lions. Their defense has been playing so well, and their offense is clicking now. I do worry about David Montgomery not being there, that pace setter for them. I think that's a little concerning. That almost made me pick Ravens, but I'm going to go Lions here. I think it's going to be so close, man. I don't know. I'm picking like a 28-27 Lions over the Ravens. I don't even want to go near that line, but I think 28-27.
Yeah,
so Lions.
I've struggled mightily with this. We talked about the Ravens' struggles earlier. The Lions are 13-4 in their last 17 games. So they're winning on the road. They're winning outdoors. Goff, dark horse MVP candidate. Dan Campbell, Coach of the Year candidate, I think. He makes me want to go bite some kneecaps.
Right.
But can we come back to this? I didn't even write anything down, so I'm just going to go. With that, I'm going to go. I'm going Ravens. I think I like 27-24.
That's what I had for my score when I first wrote it down, and I changed it to Lions.
I don't know.
It could go either way, though.
That's going to be a good smash mouth game. All right, guys. Pittsburgh coming off their bye, 3-2, traveling to Los Angeles to take on the Rams, who sit at 3-3. Another weird point spread, but the Rams are favored by 3 at home. Even though that crowd will be about 75% Steelers fans.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Rams. Until the Steelers show us something, man, it's just tough to kind of think. I think the Rams have the better offense. I think Steelers have a heck of a defense. They have a sneaky way of pulling games out and kind of pulling the upset, if so to say. But I think the Rams coming off a loss. I know they're going to be down their running back, but I think Puka has a way better game this week, and I think Kupp's going to do his thing, and I think they'll struggle to cover both those receivers, so they'll move the ball. So I'm thinking, ooh man, 24-14 Rams.
Man, another one I struggled with mightily. No Kyron Williams in this one. He kind of sets the pace for that team to be able to throw because he's been running so well lately. I think he had 150 yards in this last game or close to it.
Something like that.
He was awesome this last week, but man, it's tough. Steelers are good. Tomlin's good off a bye, man. He knows how to, and they're healthy, so, and they're getting Deontay Johnson back. So I worry about that a little bit, man. I think the Steelers could come up. I don't know, man. I don't trust Kenny Pickett yet.
I don't trust the offensive coordinator for the Steelers. So they put all that hype up and they just haven't done anything.
They haven't they've been wanting to fire forever.
And the Steelers are known for running the football, and they don't do any of that. I mean, Warren gets his when he's in there, but come on now.
Well, Najee Harris isn't what he used to be either. So I mean,
was he only 5 years in?
It's weird. It's like it's like his third year, bro.
That's what I mean. So
that's the crazy thing. It's like his third year.
So it's like what's wrong with them? They can use Warren in a certain role, and then use Najee in a certain role. Regardless of the starter or whatever you want to call it. But I don't know. Until they do something other than what they've been doing, they're gonna get my vote at all.
Yeah. I like the Rams, though. I do think this one's going to be somewhat close, but I like Rams 23-17 over the Steelers.
Well, I'm different again. I'm going Pittsburgh. I think the defense is going to be mad. Like you guys said, healthy, and poor Matthew Stafford's always under duress, and I think TJ Watt eats. So I like the Steelers at 21-16. All right, Cards at 1-5. Traveling to Seattle to take on the 3-2 Seahawks. Seahawks at 7.5-point favorites.
Yeah, I'd say just go ahead and take a nap during this one. And
right.
I mean, the Cardinals they're trying, but the injuries are catching up. The Dobbs look terrible the last couple of weeks, so. Go to Seattle. It's a pretty tough environment to play. I think Seattle takes care of business, and I'm thinking, man, they're gonna do some damage. I'm thinking 31-13 Seahawks.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Seahawks it's too tough. It's a tough place to play. I like Seahawks 30-17. Cardinals. Not much to say.
Crazy, but I also have the Hawks at winning 30-17. I think.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I think that
nice.
We got that ESP.
I know, right?
The what?
The
what?
ESP.
ESP.
Yeah,
Okay, my bad.
They would screw that up too. But no, I think Seattle should have beat Cincy. Cincy didn't really play that good last week.
No, they didn't. I thought they were gonna knock them off too. So.
Yep. So I think the Hawks are mad, and what a better way to beat up than on a sliding division opponent. With that, let's go to the Packers at 2-3, traveling to Denver to take on Broncos country, who sit at 1-5. Packers only a 1.5-point favorite.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Definitely taking the Packers there. Coming off a bye. See if Aaron Jones possibly plays or not. If not, I just think they probably can do a little more against that Broncos defense. They did play well against the Chiefs, but the Chiefs, again, offense isn't as explosive as we had thought it would be, at least right now. And I don't know. The Broncos are a mess. They're selling, they're cutting people, releasing people, trading people on defense. So Russ hasn't played terrible. He just hasn't been what they have wanted him to be in the rest of the offense either. So Yeah, you're gonna have to give me the Packers on this one. I'm thinking 24 to 17.
Let's ride. No, just kidding. No.
Let's
I
not.
agree with T. Everything you said is pretty much true. And on the Packers, I mean, Jordan Love hasn't been looked that great either. He's completing barely 50% of his throws. He throws downfield a lot, just incomplete. I do think he'll have all his receivers. Yeah, he'll have he has Watson back healthy, for sure back now, and Dobbs. I think he'll get him more involved. I'm hoping they scheme some stuff up during the bye week. But yeah, I do have the Packers winning 21-13 over the Broncos.
That's a good song.
Right.
All right. Well, I'm gonna do it. But let's ride. I'm going Broncos. I'm going Broncos.
Broncos. You got a lot of opposites this time.
I'm
you're
either
gonna
myself
catch up to me, or you're gonna.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Sean Payton's just too good of a coach, and
is he?
I just don't think it's his. I don't think it's him that's the problem. I think it's the pieces. Like I think it's Russ. And I think it's, there's a couple other things, and they're just stuck.
They have to get the running game going.
Exactly. Right. And Javonte had a good start last week. I saw his numbers were pretty
But they
decent.
don't give him enough carries.
Yeah, every half. It's every game 10 to 12
6 carries a half. That's it. That's all he does. It's 12 carries.
Yep.
Kamara was running 25 times when he had him.
Yep.
When he had Kamara and Breeze.
McLaughlin, that kid's been doing really good.
Yeah, how do you think Breeze was able to throw all the time? Because they had Kamara back there.
Is Peyton calling the offensive calls or plays?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I really just don't know. That's the thing. I don't know if it's him or if it's the players or I think it's a mess down there, and it's hard for me to take them in any games right now.
It's a mess in Denver for sure, but I just don't trust Jordan Love. Fair.
Totally fair.
I just don't. I don't see it.
To me, Sean Payton is John Gruden, an overhyped, overrated coach that inherited a damn good team. That was Gruden. He inherited a great team. He couldn't do it with any other team. Payton did it with the Saints. He can't do it with any other team. What did Gruden do with any other team?
I don't think Payton inherited like a Super Bowl team. Like he.
True.
He did a lot of things there, especially after that hurricane, to like put them together and piece them together. But I do hear
system worked in 2008. Sure.
Well, maybe it doesn't now, but he also hadn't coached for a few years either. So, or anyone but the Saints, So.
Yeah, McCarthy's offense worked great in 2008 too.
Yep.
Doesn't work that well now.
Exactly.
You got to watch some Mike McDaniel. If you want to get a new
hot assistant. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And I think Peyton made a mistake coming back this year because he should have waited for the job opening
next year
for our next game. Correct. Chargers 2-3. Another disappointing loss. Travel to Kansas City to take on the 5-1 Chiefs. Chiefs only 5.5-point favorites.
Man, I don't think the Chiefs cover, but I think they win here because these games are they're pretty close usually. So I think a lot of offense. So I'm gonna go ahead and say, I'm gonna say 38-31 Chiefs.
Shootout in Arrowhead like that.
Well, the Chargers defense is suspect, which we saw last night a little bit of. The KC's offense isn't, explosive, but I think you matched up against this particular defense, I think they will find more explosive plays to happen. So, and then the Chiefs defense have been good too, but I think the Chargers offense is going to be ticked. So that's why I just kind of think it's going to be a shootout, 38-31.
I like the Chiefs too. I think it'll be a shootout too. I have it 34-30 Chiefs over the Chargers.
Yeah, and I just said something about
too much offense.
The Chiefs not covering, and then I picked them to cover. But like Ryan's got a pretty good score right there. It's I wouldn't bet on them to cover. I guess is what I would say.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, it could happen.
5.5 is a tough number, but I like the Chiefs too. These guys usually have good games against each other. Chargers will be a little mad, bounce back a little bit, but I think the hot seat is really starting to simmer in Los Angeles. Chiefs
sure
30-27.
Yeah.
They got to get that dude out of there, man. They just have to.
They're wasting Herbert. And the defense, I mean,
and
that's
I don't
especially.
I don't think the Chargers are that. Well, they're just not executing and being that great of a team right now. And I don't necessarily know if it falls on Staley's, but it falls somewhere. And I think getting him out of the way. But like even Kellen Moore last night, what kind of conservative play calls did he do? At certain times, It's like, come on, man. You're supposed to know to have this explosive thing. And I mean, yes, Herbert missed Allen on a few passes, which would have been the explosive stuff. But that's where it falls in. It's like, well, the Chargers that good right now?
Penalties killed him too. A lot of those.
That's what I'm
Palmer
saying.
had a couple of nice plays that were called back.
Yep. That's what I mean.
Dallas had 11 penalties too. So
Derwin James had 2 unsportsmanlike.
I think the Chargers could be just an average team after all the hype, much like the Ravens. So
well, our fake fan must have put some voodoo on them.
Marianne.
All right, guys. Game of the week. Dolphins at 5-1, traveling to the city of brotherly love to take on the Eagles at 5-1. Eagles, it opens up at 1.5-point favorites.
Oh man, I'm taking the Dolphins. I think it's a good one of those back and forth games, but Eagles just have not shown me on offense yet that they are just as good as we have all think they have been. So Dolphins they're pretty explosive, and I think Eagles are still going to be missing a couple pieces on defense. So, give me that 35-27 game, Dolphins.
Wow, you like it? That's crazy.
You like it? You like that?
You like it? You like that?
I don't want to.
I think it's a great game.
I don't want to yell when my window's open. So,
right.
Thank you.
You like that?
Yeah, someone out there.
I really like this game a lot. I think it's going to be an awesome game. I like the Eagles bouncing back in this one, man. I do. Something just tells me primetime, all eyes on them. I don't know, man. I don't know if the Dolphins are ready for that shine yet. So I'm going to go Eagles, man. I'm going to go 30-27 Eagles over the Dolphins. But I think it's going to be an awesome game. A little bit of offense, a little bit of defense, but I'm going to go with the Eagles, man.
I can't wait.
Close game.
Eagles have struggled in the last couple of primetime games at home.
They have.
Two Mander versuses and someone else. So keep an eye on that.
Still won them though.
No doubt.
I think I don't know. I went back and forth on this. My gut.
Just pick the Dolphins so you can go against me and make up.
I've already done that. I don't need to do that in this spot. But I'm gonna go Eagles. I think just because they're at home.
Ooh.
Sunday night, maybe a little colder weather. But I think the Eagles get back to just running the ball and throwing deep to A.J. Brown. And I think they'll clean up some of the turnovers, you would think. But I like the Eagles 30-28. And with that, guys, Monday Night Football has the pissed off 49ers at 5-1 heading to Minnesota to take on the Justin Jefferson-less Vikings at 2-4. Niners 6.5-point favorite.
Oh man, I mean, yes, you would think the Niners are going to go in there and blow out the Vikings. Cousins doesn't play good on primetime TV, so to say. I think a lot of it has to do with like how hurt is McCaffrey and can he play through that oblique? I mean, you see people in baseball that have a hurt oblique, and it's really tough for them to kind of get through. So if no McCaffrey or if he's not 100%, I think you have to give the Vikings, somewhat of a chance here. But I'm still gonna take the Niners. I'm thinking, man, I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna give him 20. I'm gonna give him 27. I'm gonna give him 27-17 to the Niners. It could be closer just based on how the offense for the Vikings does go, but and again, if McCaffrey's not in there, that point total will be a lot lower. So,
dang, T, you like that? Now it's time. You like that?
You like that? You like that? Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Man.
Yeah. Oh, here goes Schwarber.
Niners don't matter. McCaffrey's hurt. Okay, Elijah Mitchell. You hurt? Okay, Jordan Mason. It don't matter. One of those dudes is going to run all over the Vikings. 28-13, 49ers win. They're going to be pissed.
I mean, I do.
Fred Warner's going to go in and blast somebody.
I agree with that. I agree.
Hufanga's going to go in and blast somebody. They're going to murder the Vikings. It's not going to be much of a game. Another Monday Night Bore. 49ers win.
We'll see.
Yeah. Your cousin's on primetime. Enough
there
said.
You go.
49ers 31-13. Yeah, Ryan said the perfect word. Pissed. Shanahan's pissed.
They're going to be pissed.
The defense is pissed. Yeah. Jake Moody is pissed. Everybody. Brock Purdy, his worst game as a pro. And finally, we could stop talking about how he has lost a regular season game. Big whoop. But I think they get back on track. Like I said, 31-13. And with that, I can't wait for some of those games. Big college games this weekend, guys. Penn State at Ohio State. Who do you guys like?
Very big game.
Ooh, I like me some Penn State. Ohio State hasn't shown me anything that's impressive, and so Penn State I feel like has. And it's a tough place to go and play in Ohio State. There's no doubt of that. But man, I like me some Penn State right now. So give them to me.
Man, I hate to pick them, but I feel Ohio State wins, and it's such a close game. It's going to be like a field goal. They're not going to cover the 4-point spread. It's going to be close, but the horseshoe, man, I gotta pick the Suckeyes.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm rooting for Penn State. Let's just leave it at that.
I'd like to see Penn State win.
Let's
for sure.
see at that. Tennessee at Alabama. Anybody?
I think
maybe?
Tennessee takes them.
I agree.
Tennessee,
again, Alabama hasn't shown their dominance like they have in years past, and Tennessee is on the up and up, and they've been pretty explosive. So give me Tennessee in that one for sure.
Yep. Then we got the Dukies traveling down to Tallahassee to take on the Seminoles.
Ooh, man.
I like that one.
I think Florida State wins because I think they're a pretty darn good team, but I think it's really close, and I wouldn't be surprised if Duke beats them. So Duke's highly better than they have been and improved a lot. So rival game, but Florida State's a good team. They're playoff bound, but don't be surprised if Duke, pulls it off.
Michigan beats little brother
easily
and covers.
Yeah, is that Michigan State?
Yeah,
Michigan State's just they're a wreck. And
Michigan upset of the week: Washington State beats Oregon in Eugene, Oregon.
I think they keep it close. Who's Arizona playing?
Zona is
USC. No, they already did.
No, that's Utah and USC. That's the other good game of the week.
I think Utah might be able to beat USC. I don't know if I'd call that an upset necessarily, but yeah.
USC's been looking like shit lately, but I think they come back and beat Utah.
Utah's defense is something else. So Notre Dame just kind of did what they did on their part of the defense. So that could be a slow game. So we'll see how that could play out.
For sure. I agree.
But
yeah, I like it. Arizona's off this week, so
yeah,
they can score points. That's why I was asking.
I do like. Watch out, Oregon. That's a good one. That's a good one.
But, coming off that loss too. So, and I'll say, man, the Horns better look alive too. Houston can score. So I don't think they can necessarily keep up. But if the Horns make mistakes, they better watch out too. It's kind of a trap game.
Well, it is the Horns, and don't the Horns? They almost remind me of the Chargers. They really do.
I don't think they're on that level yet, but
they're better than
It's
the
only because they're in
Chargers.
college.
well, they haven't done the mistakes like the Chargers have. Not in the last year. So I'll give them that. We'll see what kind of rebound game they come with.
Yeah.
We'll see. All right, so guys, that's going to wrap it up today. Ryan, tell everybody where they can find this
You can find us on
savoriness of a podcast.
Yes, Facebook, X, Instagram,
My bad,
the Talk, or TikTok, as some of you older folks may know it as. Look for us. Find us, Real Tree Shaker Show. Comment. You can hear us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon. I know Google is going away. Google Podcasts, iHeart. Everywhere you find your podcast at, please search for us. Listen to us. YouTube, yes. See us on YouTube. Our beautiful faces can make your day. I promise.
Or completely ruin it as well. So
yeah, hey, it's your.
Everybody,
you were taking the chance, but I promise.
If you just need a good laugh to get your...
Sure.
Just make sure you're not taking a sip of coffee as you're doing so.
Maybe you need a good scare for Halloween. I mean, either way. See?
And with that, the wolves have come out. And guys, This has been fun. And we'll be back next time with a recap of Week 7, college football, and probably another top 5. So as always,
something for us to bulljuck about.
That's right. This has been the Real Tree Shaker Show. See y'all later.
Spooky
Peace, guys.